Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to take this old Seiko watch. It's got a really damaged crystal. Now the crystal is made from an acrylic material, and it's been in the wars throughout its life by the looks of it, and it seems to have been heated or melted on the front there, and there's lots and lots and lots of scratches. It's all pretty rough looking. I'm going to try and attempt this to get this back to somewhat usable or readable state at this moment in time. I don't know how successful I'll be, because it will depend on how much this burn has gone in. I'm hoping not too far, and we might be able to get rid of that. Materials I'm going to use to do this is mainly wet and dry paper to start with. I've got various grades today. P240 grit, P400, P1500. I've got some 400 grit on a rubbing block just in case, and then if we're successful from all of that, I have then some diamond paste. So I've got a 3 micron paste, a 1 micron paste, and then the good old poly watch. So without further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to start with the roughest that I've got, and by hand I'm going to just rub the crystal like so. Now I'm going to need to apply a lot of pressure, and it's going to take some time. Lots of circles. Now normally, if all you've got is some light to heavy scratches, this is kind of all you'd need to do, is just use this in circular motion, go down the grades, and then finish off normally with just a bit of poly watch. If it was only light scratches, you could get away with just using this. You can find this on eBay for about £5. There are other products out there that probably can do the job better. This is a very cheap way to do it. Just remember to always use a cotton wool pad, and you'll be okay. So as you can see, I'm just going to continue to do this, especially on those rough bits. What I do find is if you fold the paper over, it gives you a better purchase, certainly on the area here that I'm trying to get under. But we also need to try and keep it fairly uniform. If we just sanded there, we'd have an indent there eventually, and that would be no good. Now what I would also use the block for, okay, it hasn't got the roughest of paper on, but it just gives you a good surface to work off. So I'll hold this up to the camera. I can do this. You have to be a little bit careful. If I put too much pressure on, it digs into the rubber. It's then going to round off the edges too much, which is not what you want. So it's just light but constant. You could potentially do this towards the end as well to try and flatten it off a little bit. So obviously this burn is still here. It's going to be quite a while before I can potentially get under that, so I'll stop the video at this point and hopefully come back with it looking a little bit better, but for the next stage. Okay, I've been at it for about 5 or 10 minutes now, mainly with the P240, but I've used the block a little bit. As you can see, it's starting to come clear in that damaged area there. I have put a very slight indent into it through rubbing it out, but if I flat it off too much, it might just make the whole thing weak. So what we're going to do now, just go over it with the finer grades, and then eventually get on to the pastes and see how good we can get this. So I'll start off with the 400. Again, just nice concentric circles. I'm not putting on too much pressure now. Okay, a bit more. Hopefully you can see that. Now we're going to go on to straight onto the 1500. Really, you should probably have another gap, but the material is so soft, it should be fine. For the 1500 though, I am going to apply a little bit more pressure because it's got to get under the marks of the 400. So it just takes a little bit more effort. It's coming a bit clearer again. Okay, now as you can see in the light there's still a shape. As I found out through looking at this earlier on off camera, that's underneath. So whatever got on this was hot, of course, and it's actually melted it. This video is more for those who are trying to get scratches out of their acrylics rather than trying to restore something that's probably really had it, to be fair. Anyway, I'm quite happy with how that's come out. So we're going to move on to the diamond paste. The smaller the number of micron, the smaller it is. 1 micron's pretty small, 3 microns pretty damn small, to be fair. And we're just going to put a little bit on that. Get the cotton wool. And same as before. Circles. So we just keep going around. But already, hopefully you can see the difference. It's a lot clearer than it was just 10 minutes ago. Now I am using industrial diamond paste. You can buy whole kits of diamond paste. I've seen them on eBay. They're quite cheap. They come from China. I don't know the quality of them. I'm fortunate enough to work in the abrasives industry, so I can get good quality diamond paste. So there we are. That's with the 3 micron. Difficult to see it in this light. It's getting there. It's pretty good. I could continue with that, but I'm now going to move on to the 1 micron. Use a different part of the cotton wool. Again, just lots of concentric circles. Now of course if you're doing this on your favourite watch, or your favourite vintage watch, because that's what's normally got these type of crystals on, you might want to tape up your case of your watch. I'm going to do another video later on. This is an old gold plated watch. The plating's coming off, and I'm going to strip the painting off and polish it up, make it look pretty good. That'll be in an up and coming video, so I'm not too worried at the moment. If the paste is rubbing on that, that's fine, but if you're doing it, of course, you want to take a little bit more care. Okay, so with the 1 micron paste already, I can see a lot of detail. It's looking pretty clear to me, to be honest, but if I put that under magnification, I don't think I'd be happy with it. Now then, Polywatch, cheap stuff. I can't tell you the micron content. I've been trying to find it for a long time now, been unable to. It's specific for this type of crystal, and again the same applies. Just put a load on, again find a different spot in my cotton wool. Okay, let's clean it off with a cloth. Now you could hardly read the 10 and 11 o'clock before I started, and now all the scratches are gone. Of course the light reflection that we can see here, we can still see that heat indent on the other side, unfortunately, but kind of demonstrates what you can do in literally 15 minutes with minimal effort and minimal expense, to be honest. I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching. Any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll answer them as best I can. Thank you.